Free speech was the number one issue on the ballot for me in 2024. In the United States, with the election of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, we have positioned ourselves to be the thought leader globally on the topic of free speech. So I'm very happy to see the vice president in Munich today speaking truth to a lot of countries that have absolutely lost the plot. When I was a kid, nuclear war was the great worry that we all had. Any of you of a certain age remember The Day After being shown on television and the conversations that were had between teachers and students and parents and their kids and so forth? Terrorism became the thing that we were consumed with for many years, and for understandable reason after 9/11. But it's come to be clear in recent years to me that the greatest threat to the autonomy of the people living throughout most of the free world is the tyranny of their own government. The idea that your free speech could end at what another person considers to be subjectively offensive. We've seen these things happening in Canada, saying you have to use someone's pronouns. And if you elect not to use the pronouns, you could be guilty of a crime. Imagine that. Someone praying silently outside of an abortion clinic, guilty of a crime for their internal monologue of a prayer. J.D. Vance has the stones to call it out right to their faces in Munich, and God bless him for it. Tim Walz saying there's no right to hateful speech, there's no right to misinformation. Again, who decides what's hateful and who decides what's misinformation? We have seen a lot of things that were considered to be misinformation on old Twitter, things that people lost their accounts for, things that people were suspended for. They just had to pay a settlement to Donald Trump. Even though Elon Musk owns the company now, the company has a different name, they still had to pay a settlement to Donald Trump for taking away the social media account of the sitting president of the United States. If they could do that to him, do you think that they're going to have any qualms to come for you or me because we say something that hurts somebody else's feelings? The threat to freedom, my friends, in the 21st century comes from within your own government.